Hey everyone, New012 here, and welcome back to Umineko. This time, it's time to actually start episode 2, Turn of the Golden Witch. Last one was Legend. Didn't actually remember the name of it. Good morning, the Golden Witch eagerly awaits your arrival. Please do grant her that wish. Were you able to get a good rest and perfect your strategy? The witch expects a lot from you, and is more than ready to launch an assault right from the start. I also look forward to seeing your strategy. The difficulty level is extreme. The witch intends to make you surrender all at once. Well, you're gonna have to hit me with some really hard shit, because I'm not gonna fucking surrender to a fucking witch. The story is obviously fictional and fantasy in nature. Any resemblance to existing individuals, organizations, locations, or incidences is entirely coincidental. What, are they in some fucking aquarium or something? Yes they are. Shannon found a pair of hammerhead sharks swimming playfully in the tank. She's allowed to leave? Whatever. And looked as exciting as a grade schooler seeing an aquarium for the first time. Oh, he's got the Tometake dog tags. There you go, man. He doesn't strike me as the type to actually wear dog tags, though. I wouldn't say they're the only ones. I personally just don't like fish that much. It depends on the fish, really. Smooth moves, George. Smooth moves. I'm glad you have to add the really to it to really, like, ensure that I'm not just fucking with you. They actually looks nice. Shannon clutched at her chest with both hands in embarrassment. She apparently felt like she was being made fun of for wearing these clothes she wasn't used to. Though George's face didn't show it, he'd actually said something so completely unexpected that it surprised even him, and he was as embarrassed as Shannon on the inside. However, when he saw how embarrassed Shannon was, he started to imagine he was teasing a girl he liked, and instead of embarrassment, a ticklish amusement welled up in him. No, he wasn't just imagining it. He really was teasing the girl he liked. I mean, why else would you be going to an aquarium with her? Before now, he wouldn't have expected to hear a line like that anywhere these days, not even in a manga or something. In fact, if he'd seen another couple acting like this, his first instinct would be to start throwing rocks at them. Dude, stop it. Calm down. But even if someone were to start throwing rocks at us now, I'm sure they'd be no different than confetti celebrating our relationship. So fucking romantic. God, George. Now I can't even remember those lonely days, when I felt jealous of couples who were completely oblivious to their surroundings. Okay, time for George and Shannon to die for the second Twilight now. If nothing else changes, that's what's gonna happen. Good lord. To use an old-fashioned phrase, these really are rose-colored days I'm living in. I'm so entranced that I barely noticed that massive tank in the world's largest aquarium anymore. Instead, all I see are the expressions flitting across Shannon's face as she plays with the fish. Yeah, aquariums are really cool. Whoa. What? Good lord, that's huge. Good god. I was just talking regular sized aquariums, but sure. Ones that can hold whales, holy shit, I'd love to go there. That'd be cool looking. Fucking doubt it. It holds a fucking whale.
それはすごいですね。本当に素敵です。水槽じゃなくて、まるで 海の一部をナイフでスッと切り取ってここに運んできたみたい。
そうだね。これはもう立派な小さな海だね。
Yeah, it's little. Holds a whale. Pretty big. Oh, I guess that is a whale. I don't know what I thought it was. Just, there's a lot of weird looking fish. I don't know. Despite its size, I hadn't thought of a tank as anything more than a tank. That's why I found her metaphor so interesting. No matter how far humans broaden their experiences, they always end up viewing the world through the lens of their own values. Maybe that's why it's so interesting to interact with people who have different worldviews. Oh, hell yeah. I love talking to people who see things differently. It's so much fun. Because it's such a great way of getting a different perspective on life. It's amazing. I voiced my thoughts on this. She responded.
確かにこれは本当の海ではないかもしれません。でもここに泳ぐ彼らが海だと信じたならこれは確かに海なんです。
Well, no, just because you believe it is doesn't mean it actually is, though. I mean, I believe I can fly through my heart damnedest. I jump out a window, I'm not gonna fly, no matter how hard I believe that I can fly. Or that I'm going to walk on the air.
たとえ有限の水槽の中だったとしてもね。
Theoretically, the sea is finite as well.
海だって有限ですよ。
There you go.
仮に無限だったとしても私たちは生きているうちにどれほどの広さを行き来できるんでしょうね。きっとそれは海よりずっと狭い。
Well, you can't really have a fraction of infinity. So, you know, you can't have like 1/2 of infinity because what is that? Still infinity. So it's like, it's whatever. So you can't actually even fraction an infinite subject.
確かに。
So theoretically, you would have explored an infinite amount of the sea, even though it is infinite.
皮肉な話だね。世界はこんなにも広いのに、僕たち人間のほとんどは自分の国からも出ずに生涯を終える。
Oh, I'd love to leave I'd love to go overseas just to visit it, just to see how other people live and all that stuff. It's so interesting to me.
そこが完成された世界だと信じられるならたとえ狭い井戸の底だったって立派な世界で海なんです。
She has a very strange outlook on these
そ
things.
こに住むカエルにとっては
Shannon, who spent her days as a servant on a small island 10 kilometers in circumference called Rokenchima. Oh yeah, that's probably why she has that weird worldview. Said that with a smile. Because that 10 kilometers is her home, regardless. No ifs, ands, or buts. Turn of the Golden Witch. This is really ominous music, though. Urashiro Miya Battler. Never mind, it's just really grand. God. Had a strange build up there. George, Jessica, and Maria. Then you get Rosa, Natsui, Kraus, Kinzo, Eva, Hideyoshi. They don't have Rosa on that screen. What the hell? You can fit her, like, right above Natsui. Rudolph, Kyrie, Rosa. Oh, they had, like, their significant other on the other side. I got you. Nanjo, Shannon, Goda, Kumasawa, Kanan, Genji. Fuck, get out of here. You don't deserve a spot, Beatrice. Get out. Get out. I deny it. I deny the wedge. Get out of here. Oh, this is a nice little restaurant, area, diner, cafe. After we finished walking through the whole aquarium, we had a small late afternoon lunch at a restaurant with a nice view. The word buffet has the power to make anybody's heart leap. That's a really nice view, by the way. Oh, that would be so nice. I was like that myself once. But with Shannon besides me, this buffet felt different. I couldn't shamefully pile on only the things I liked. I was, how should I put it, worried about my appearance and chose a menu suited for a snob. Toast, salad, and a coffee. Fucking be honest, though. Just don't go overboard. If I'd been by myself, I would have made a pile of oily stuff like yakisoba, mashed potatoes, gratin, whatever, and so on. Ah, gratin? I don't fucking know food titles.
そんな程度でお腹が足りるのかい?
What, does she have a glass of ice water?
だとしたら、男ってのは本当に燃費の悪い生き物らしいね。
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it at all.
別にそういうつもりじゃなくて。
On Shannon's tray, there was only a tea and a salad. Maybe the mere fact that I thought she was a whole plate short proved that I was thinking with a man's stomach.
ジョージ様こそそれで足りるんですか？男の方はもう少し召し上がった方が良いかと思います。
Yeah, more than a fucking piece of toast, yes.
普段のジョージ様だったらもう少しお昼を召し上がられていると思いますよ。
しまった、そうか。シャノンには僕が本家で昼食をとるときどれくらい食べてるのかバレてるんだったね。
Well, that's awkward.
はい。だから今日はお腹の具合でも悪いのかと思いまして。
Shannon was kind enough to guess that I wasn't feeling well. Looks like my stupid attempt to show off made her worry. And apparently my stomach wasn't going to let me show off any longer.
いやもう白状するよ。ついついカッコつけちゃってね。
Getting toast doesn't look cool, you look like a fucking freak.
女の子と一緒だからって遠慮しちゃって。
だと思いました。親族会議でのお昼の食べっぷりから考えて、それではとても足りないと思いましたので、遠慮なさらずにどうぞもう一皿を取りに行ってきてくださいな。
ずるいな。僕ばっかり恥ずかしいよ。じゃあシャノンはどうなんだい？普段からこんな小食で後ろ宮家のお勤めがこなせるのかい？
She's fine. Shannon fell silent and blushed bright red. Apparently I wasn't the only one showing off. When I realized that, my embarrassment disappeared completely.
なんだ、シャノンもそれじゃ足りないんじゃないか。
No, because it's a fucking salad!
そうだよそうだよ。普段のランチならもう少し量が多いものをペロリと平らげてたよ。
女の子のお腹は魔法でできてるからこれでも平気なんです。
Fucking magic, no shit. Takes magic to fucking do a lot of shit, but you know, just add some protein. Fuck a piece of fish, please.
ということは僕たちは互いに見えっ張りだったってことになるね。もう遠慮はなしにしないかい？
I smiled to show that I wouldn't make fun of her anymore and rose from my seat.
せっかく沖縄まで来たのにゴーヤを食べないのはもったいないからね。ゴーヤの炒め物でも持ってくるよ。
Is that actually a thing? Well, I mean, obviously it's a thing, but what the fuck is a fried bitter melon?
シャノンも一緒に行こうよ。ほらほら。
I mean, it doesn't sound good at all. To anyone watching us, we might seem like an incredibly charming and embarrassing couple. Really fucking pathetic one, but okay. It's like, come on. But it's only after becoming a couple that you realize. To us, this exchange of words is everything, our entire world. That's why no matter how much everyone else stares at us with blank expressions, we never notice. See, that's my attitude. I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks. Fuck everyone else's opinion. Indeed, at this age, I finally understand the feelings of couples who want to endlessly flirt without any regard for their surroundings. After I returned with a plate piled up with fried food, Shannon arrived with a pretty cake. While laughing at our fake stoicism, we resumed our lunch.
せっかく海を一望できる展望レストランなのに、あいにくの曇天が悔やまれるね。
Still an amazing view. Luckily, our window seats gave us a view of seaside scenery so grandiose that it extended even beyond our field of vision. However, because of the cloudy sky, we were only seeing a fraction of its usual beauty.
そうですね。晴れていたらさぞや真っ青な海を見せてくれたでしょうに。
And you can still tell it's blue.
そうだね。普段六軒島で海を見慣れてると思うけど、ここの海はきっと格別な青さを見せてくれたはずだよ。残念だな。
あ、でもお仕事の最中に見る海はどんなに青くても灰色と同じです。
That's really fucking pessimistic. Good lord.
でも今日はお仕事中じゃないから、その
God, that's really dark. Apparently, Shannon was doing her best to say an embarrassing line. It doesn't come across that way. But I didn't let her get off easy.
惜しいな。ジョージ様と二人きりで見る海なら、たとえ灰色でも真っ青に見えます。
See, that sounds better.
って言えたら、100点満点でご褒美だったんだけどな。
What kind of prize are we talking about, George?
すみません。
ご褒美は何だったか。
Oh, God. I was just kidding, George. I really didn't want to know.
その聞いてもいいものでしたら。
That comes later.
ダメ。教えない。
Oh, and thanks, George.
ずるいですよ、そんなの。
When I was in elementary school, I was always the kid who got bullied. God, that doesn't come as a surprise. I'm sorry, George. I'm sorry. But it doesn't come as a surprise. When everyone teased me, I grew nervous and speechless, to the delight of the bullies. Back then, I wondered why everyone teased me. But now teasing Shannon felt like this, I understand why. God. This is so much fun. That's really fucking sadistic. Good lord. I can play with their emotions however I please. That's not good. And I can have them all to myself. George, you have some really weird taste now. Right now, I can't think of any greater pleasure. That's why I have to go easy on her. It's not as though I want to make her feel embarrassed and upset, so I decided to be nice and change the subject. Best not to be too obstinate.
お昼が終わったら海岸を歩いてみないかい？ひょっとすると雲が晴れて素敵な海が見られるかもしれないよ。
Well, did you check the weather before coming out here?
そうですね。
And I'll tell you if it'll clear up or not.
行ってみたいです。
うん、そうしよう。でもそのケーキも本当に美味しそうだね。僕も同じものを持ってこようかな。
いけません。お昼にそんなに食べた上にケーキまで食べたら太っちゃいますよ。
Thank you for watching out for George.
ジョージ様は秀吉様の血が濃いみたいですから、気をつけないとおデブさんになっちゃいます。
じゃあシャノンは僕がおデブになったら嫌いになっちゃう？僕はたとえシャノンがおデブになっちゃっても嫌いにならないよ。
Oh my god, George. Stop.
そういう意味じゃなくて、ちゃんと体を気遣わないと健康にって。
Exactly.
母さんにもよく注意されるよ。
And I tell her to go shut the fuck up and go die.
やっぱり僕も太極拳とかを始めて運動しないとダメかな。
What the fuck does she do? Tai Chi? No, what the fuck?
ダイエットは無茶な運動よりも食生活の見直しから始めた方がいいんですよ。
Exercising all the time is fun though. Go for a couple mile runs every day. Work out, arms, core, legs. The fun. It's easy.
その上で運動を重ねないと効果が出ないんだそうです。
Well, yeah, you do need to eat healthy. Get plenty of protein. You know, that kind of stuff.
つまりそれはデザートのケーキは控えろってことだね。
Cut unnecessary sugars and carbs.
じゃあ仕方ないからシャノンがそのケーキを頬張るところを眺めていてあげるよ。
その、ケーキ丸々一つはさすがに食べ過ぎだと思いますけど、半分くらいだったら大丈夫かもしれません。これ本当に美味しいんですよ。
How adorable. Shannon cut her own cake and tried to move half to my dessert plate. I had no doubt that she wanted to share the delicious cake's flavor with me. However, I meanly pulled my plate away from her. She blinked in surprise. She couldn't seem to figure out if I was refusing the cake or not. So I winked, opened my mouth, and said, "Ah, oh my god." Good Lord, George.
それが一番したかったんですね。もうジョージ様は甘えん坊です。
It's what happens when you come from money.
はい。
With a partly embarrassed, partly exasperated face, Shannon offered the cake to me with a fork. Chomp. It tasted like a cheap chocolate cake you might find anywhere. Surprise. And yet it was exceptional. That's because she's feeding you. Because eating cake is in such an embarrassing way, as if we were a couple of perfect fools, had been my dream for many years. It made this cake's flavor heavenly. If the earth is destined to end, I wouldn't have any regrets if it happened right now. Oh, fuck that. I don't want it to end right now. It's just a fucking cake. It was such a moment of bliss. There's so much better things in life than just eating cake. Or being fed cake. It still looks nice. After that, we gathered shells, ran from waves, and enjoyed each other's company while walking along the beach. In the end, the clouds never parted. However, we both believed that the sea reflected in our eyes was a deep blue.
なんだか幸せすぎて怖くなります。
たまに言うね。
Why?
何を怖がることがあるんだい？
What, that he's gonna leave you?
私、
Oh my, don't even fucking say furniture, I swear to God.
後ろ宮家にお仕えする使
Okay,
用
that's
人
better.
です。
That's fine.
そんな私が後ろ宮家に連なる方とこうしてご一緒してるなんて、
It's fine.
その過ぎたことのように思えて。
Get over it.
僕もびっくりしてるよ。シャノンちゃんと出会ったのは昨日今日のことじゃない。何年も前から面識もある。
I mean, seriously.
でも年に何度もない親族の会合の席で挨拶をするだけ。そんな君とこうして一緒に過ごせる関係になるなんて全然想像できなかったよ。それはシャノンもでしょ？
私はその。
What? Oh my god, what are you gonna say?
想像だけはしてました。
Oh.
いえ、その想像というよりはその妄想みたいなもので。
You've always dreamed of this day, yeah, blah 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 blah.
いつも紳士的で思いやりのあるジョージ様とご縁があったらなって。その妄想してただけで。
じゃあ僕たちの縁は君のその信じた心のおかげだね。思う力には魔法が宿るんだよ。だからその魔法がきっと僕らを巡り合わせてくれた。
That's a nice thought.
そうですね。多分きっとそれは本当に魔法だったんだと思います。
でもね、そんなことはないんだよ。
But you do know I'm just fucking around with you and it's a joke.
僕の中でも 毎年出会うたびに美しく見違えていった君の存在はとても大きくなっていた。そして君にとっての僕も同じものだとしたなら、今日ここに僕らがあることは必然の結果であって魔法や奇跡なんかじゃないのさ。
Way to kill the mood, George. Way to kill the mood.
奇跡はあったんです、ジョージ様。
She stopped walking down the beach, gazing out beyond the sea.
奇跡？
魔法
What? Make up your mind!
あったんです。
What happened? I was bewildered by that slightly mysterious phrase, which I sometimes heard her use.
魔法か。
はい。言っても信じてくれないでしょうから言いません。
Oh my god. No. Tell me.
でも確かにその魔法には私とジョージ様を巡り合わせてくれる奇跡を叶える力がありました。
それは何かのおまじないのこと？
そうですね。
Some kind of ritual where we kill like 14 people?
そういうものの類かもしれません。一つ違うのはおまじないなんかじゃなく、本当に本当の魔法だったという点です。
Maybe it's all girls, not just seinen, who tend to treat encounters as miracles or coincidences. For a man like me, an encounter with a girl is 70% hard work to try and make her like you, 20% courage, and 10% coincidence. And 100% bullshit luck. The part that means everything to her, is a much smaller factor in my mind. Maybe that way of thinking itself is calculating and typical of men. Well, I mean, theoretically, if you really broke down the odds, not of them, just like statistical odds of you meeting like that exact person, it's extremely low, actually. Because we're talking like one person out of like 7 billion people. Well, 8 billion almost. So it's like, the odds of that are really small. Then, of course, you factor it down to, let's say you live in a town of 10,000 people, or a city? I don't know definitions. A small area of 10,000 people. Your theoretical odds of meeting one person in that town is 1 in 10,000. So, I mean, just that alone is a huge astronomical odds. Of course, you can lower it, increase it, blah, blah, blah. But the odds are very much not in a lot of people's favors if you're looking for one specific person. But if I said that out loud, it might dissolve all kinds of magic. To my mind, there were lots of coincidences, compromises, and expanded effort on both sides before we gained the relationship we have today. At the culmination of all that, we get to spend this joyful time together, and if she wants to call that magic, I've got no objection to her choice of words. So I'll stand up for that magic.
そうだね。同じ運命を100回繰り返したら、僕と君がこういう関係になる結果は一度しか起こらないものだったかもしれないね。互いを意識し合いながらも、僕たちは他人行儀な関係を今も続けていたかもしれない。そんなよその世界の僕らから見れば、今の僕たちはまさに奇跡のような関係に違いないだろうから。
そういうのじゃなくて、本当に魔法なんです。
Good God, how is it magic?
男の方にいくら言ってもこういうのは信じてもらえないんでしょうか。
How about you if you just fucking explained it and just saying, yeah, it's magic? Just automatically believe me.
カノン君も全然信じてくれませんし。
That's because canon's literally a stick in the mud.
信じるよ。僕が信じなくて魔法が解けたら嫌だからね。
Sorry, I should rephrase that. A piece of furniture in the mud.
ジョージ様。
In a small voice, I apologized for saying something that trivialized her magic. Shannon seemed to be glad to hear me say that. After all, if two people believe in the magic of love, it becomes eternal.
そうそう。 僕からわがままが一つあるんだけど、聞いてもらえないかな。
はい、何でしょうか。
そのジョージ様って呼び方、嫌いじゃないけどもうなしにしないかい？
Just call me George.